Underwriting for Community Radio on WSKB is brought to you in part by Rockies. Over 30 convenient locations throughout Massachusetts, Rhode Island, New Hampshire, Connecticut, and Florida. One of the nation's largest ACE dealers. Expertise and great product selection in paint, hardware, lawn and garden. That's Rockies. Rock solid service since 1926. On the web at Rockies.com.
I'm Mark Auerbach. Join me every Friday at 8 a.m. for ArtsBeat, where you'll meet interesting actors, directors, designers, and musicians here in Western New England.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 at 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
You had a shot at the half and you didn't take it.
What?
This is Cockenlocker.
What?
Oh, we've gone down already.
The first word on the show is what?
What?
So, thanks for the reminder there, Peter.
I plug in my laptop and I'm not getting anything out of it. I'm like, okay, is that me or is that the board? So I make sure I'm opened up on the board. And to test, I always do that. So now Mr. Pagluca over here, he hears that. Let's get ready to rumble. Oh, wait a minute. That wasn't the right bell. Immediately, it's almost as if Peter was reading my lips because he then played.
I could hear Jay over the speakers.
Oh, okay. His mic isn't even up. The poor guy.
It was up. I don't.
All right.
Oh, he had me muted.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yes, I have it.
How come I don't get cheers?
No, what I was getting at is I played the cheesy little game show bell, and you rang the actual thing. You know the thing.
That one, yeah.
Oh, do I have the thing here? Yeah, the thing.
We know these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by go. You know the thing.
90 seconds into the show, and it's already devolved to this.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
I'll just sit here and pick off cat hair.
That could be a constant problem.
That is a constant problem.
I know just from one cat, Cleo, how much hair I come home with.
Only one? Amateur. Yeah. Amateur.
Well, Cleo's a good kitty.
You're a professional cat lady.
Yes, I am. Through no choice of mine. No choice of mine whatsoever. Oh, well, it reminds me of Millie Zombik, she was...
I had her for a teacher.
I'm sure you did. She was the art teacher of the century when I was little. She was wonderful. We loved her. And then she was the art teacher when I was teaching school. But anyway, this is an old Doc Boardman story. Do you remember Doc Boardman? Yeah. Do you remember Dr. Boardman? He was a veterinarian. We only had one vet in town, and it was Dr. Boardman up on Montgomery Road.
My mother never took me to see him.
Oh, I can't believe he's...
Oh, wait a minute, veterinarian, not
that
veteran.
Explains a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Why did I even start? I give up. Anyway, she took her cat to Doc Boardman's to be fixed. And she said, but Doc, every time I fix one of my cats, it goes out and gets hit by a car. And Dr. Boardman said, gee, Millie, that never happens to me. I don't know why. And she looked at him with only a smile that she could garner. And she said, Doctor, that's because you're not feeding your cats in the middle of the road.
Oh.
Chip, you know what? You just made the list.
Oh, no. Here we go.
Here we go.
Good morning,
Are you
Ken.
suggesting that I get fixed?
It wouldn't do us any good.
Speaking of making the
We've
list.
tried fixing you for years, and thank you now for your online conversations about this light, that light, this sound. I had no idea what you were even talking about. He had a thread on Facebook. I had no idea what it was.
It's called trolling.
No.
I don't think that's what she's talking about.
I think he was talking to you. Weren't you talking to Peter?
No, it was just a general post.
Okay.
Showing about how smart I am to build a Raspberry Pi.
No, it wasn't even that. It was something.
You said pie.
Something.
What was it?
No. When he starts talking.
Was it a moist pie?
Don't start. Listen, you.
What?
Oh, good morning. What are we doing here?
The post was about me building an ADS-B radio receiver for flight tracking.
See?
He's
starting.
Going right over our head.
I know I'm short.
No, that's not what I meant.
Oh.
It was just convenient because I already had an outdoor 1090 megahertz dipole.
Too much technical talk too early in the morning.
The problem is when you feed more than one source with the ADS-B radio data, you have to deactivate the MLAT, which kind of disappointing.
At some point,
yeah.
You've got mail.
That's how old I am.
No.
Oh, speaking of that, I got something to show you in a minute. But go ahead.
All right.
Not on the air.
I've got to.
Things have changed here.
Keep up with us, Jay.
I just don't care anymore.
That kind of stuff used to come from you. What have you done to her?
I've ruined Kathy.
So,
it happened long ago.
flashback
What?
to last
What?
week.
But- yes.
Flashback to last week. You said making the list.
I've got to go back to last week?
Yes.
Oh,
Who
shoot.
won?
Hey. Hey, you guys. That's enough
Well,
of
she was
that.
doing this. I had to. That was the closest thing I
It was
had.
me.
to-
I did that.
All right. So very.
I mean, it was that or.
Yes.
But I was impressed with the animals thing, and all week long, Marion's when she heard that's what the thing was, she's going, she's hitting all these animal songs all week long.
Oh, dear.
So
Oh,
You want me to log into my enterprise account so you get the full thing?
no.
Okay.
No.
'Cause if you were looking at the screen,
did.
Pete had Flight Radar 24 called up.
Oh, you did?
Yes. Where are we? There
Yeah.
we are.
Yeah.
Oh, look at
So right now that blue dot represents KBAF.
No, that's Windsor Locks.
The one in the middle of the screen is KBAF.
No,
the
it's
one
not.
to
It's
the
Windsor Locks.
the one towards the bottom. Yeah, no, that's KBAF.
That's Bradley, dude.
That's
Bradley.
All right, zoom.
Well, what's the one further to the south then? The one further to the south I thought was
That was
KBDL.
Brainerd.
Oh, could be Brainerd.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
remember, yeah.
What am I looking
That's
at?
Brainerd right there.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
right next to
Usually,
the river.
usually my look when I'm on that radar, if you actually go north,
There's KBF.
okay,
Yeah.
there's KBAF, and then if you get KBDL
Is
down
that
below,
west? Is that west over to the right?
west over, yeah, that's KCEF.
See,
You see a lot of Blackhawks coming out of that airport, actually.
out of Westover?
Yeah,
I thought the Blackhawks were Westfield.
They do touch and goes over there.
yeah,
Oh, okay. Okay.
yeah. I actually saw it was Nellis Airfield. I think yesterday. No, it wasn't Nellis.
Oh, did you see a Janet?
The Area 51 plane.
Yeah, the Janet.
Yeah, I've seen the Janets before when I've
A
been.
Janet? What the heck?
A Janet is a plain white plane with a red stripe going down the middle
Oh,
that
that-
goes back and forth between
Vegas-
Shuttles the
McCarran
workers.
and
Yeah, over
yeah.
to Area 51 or
Yeah,
whatever they call
yeah,
it.
they're called Janet.
Groom,
There's-
it's
Groom Lake.
Groom Lake. Yeah.
yeah,
Groom Lake.
Yeah, and the
Okay.
planes are their call sign is Janet.
Have you seen the updated SR-71?
I don't know if I have.
Yeah, you everybody
Have I
saw
really?
it in Top Gun Maverick.
Wow. No.
They're confirming now that plane, that prototype is being made.
Not for the SR. No, there's an SR-72 is what it's called.
That's the Aurora.
Yeah.
Right.
Right, but that's not what was in Top Gun.
But they're going to develop the plane that was in Top Gun.
I didn't see that movie, so
Oh, I love that movie.
Skunk Works has confirmed that's the next one out.
Okay, well,
it
we'll
wasn't
see.
built just as a prop, but it was built as a prop. It was
Yeah.
built to see what the American public would think about it as a prop.
Well,
And-
and they'll get the support of the American public just because it was in the movie.
Correct. That's a great way to fund a defense program.
Yeah, good point. Good point. But I still like the SR-71s. That's still a classic plane.
I like the ox cart better.
Okay, here's what I know. They fly.
I like the A-12 better, actually. One-seater.
I think it was actually an airport in Texas where I saw the Blackhawk doing something, but it was Nellis yesterday where I saw a C-17 doing the same thing that the Blackhawk was doing. Nellis is the Air Force base over in Vegas, north of McCarran.
So a C-17 was
C-7
straight up off the ground?
C-17 Globemaster. The
Doing
one
touch and goes?
The one that can go backwards,
Yeah.
doing the same thing that a Blackhawk was doing. Immediately upon turning on the transponder, apparently, it was squawking 7,700.
See, nobody knows what the hell he's talking about.
So
That's an emergency code.
You just go, yep.
Is that? See, that's what I haven't learned yet.
Yeah.
You just shake your head like you know what he's talking
I have an alert on my
Okay.
phone that goes
Okay.
off whenever an aircraft starts to squawk either 76 or 7,700. They don't let you know if it's a 7,500. They don't let anyone know.
Terrorist.
I'm still
7,500 is terror.
I'm still
Yeah.
trying to get by the squawk part. That's a pigeon. To me.
That's when you change your transponder to a certain digit, a certain number.
Okay.
And 7,700 means you've got a problem, and that's when.
Oh, we've got a problem.
Oh yeah,
Which
but
you've
now
got call
so now I get-
several times.
So now I get the alert. Okay, C-17 just squawked 7,700 over at Nellis. So I go there and I'm like, geez, it hasn't even left the ground yet.
So the good
That's
news
called
is,
testing.
Yeah.
The good news is, Kathy, and I'm sorry I'm doing
What?
this
What?
to you.
I'm sorry.
Yes, the good news is I'm going to get to leave in a minute. The bad news is I'm leaving you here alone. I'm sorry.
That's okay. We have a short show today.
I'm
Yes.
feeling bad for you.
It's okay. I'm used to it. I take my medication before I get here.
That was my
So
problem.
it's
I
under
forgot.
control.
Yeah.
It's good. It's all good.
I
It's all
forgot.
good. I
Yeah,
just smile.
okay.
No,
You
it's
just
it's-
smile.
Why are we here? Why is that?
Why are we okay?
here?
All right.
There's another philosophical.
Why are we here? Did you ever notice all the paintings of Adam and Eve? They have belly buttons. Explain that one to me.
Go for that, Jay. We went from.
Well, yes, why we're here. I mean,
Why are we
yeah.
here?
Why do they have belly buttons if, you know?
They're painted in.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
They were those. Remember,
You're right. It's the artist concept.
Yeah, remember, those weren't.
It's not a
photographs.
photograph,
Those
yes.
weren't photographs back then.
Okay.
That's the best I can do.
Jay comes in here for a hit and run, disrupts things, and then decides he's going to leave.
The more
Yeah.
you
Well,
know.
Peter's right. It is a short show today.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, by the
Well, it's not short. The entire show is still 2 hours, but
Yes.
at 9:05, I'm playing the video of the interview I had with the show choir.
Oh.
I shot it up at the choral room up at the high school yesterday, and they had just gotten in around 11:30 or midnight from flying back out of MCO after having changed gates, after having a problem with the airplane out on the tarmac.
jeez.
It was a horrible, horrible flight back, but they
All
made
right,
it.
First of all, let's flash back. Go back 3 sentences. What's MCO?
Orlando International
Okay,
Airport.
thank you very
And
much.
tell us why they were there.
They went down for a competition, which I couldn't, or nobody could afford this year because you had to fly into,
Expensive,
and
yeah.
it's Orlando.
Yeah. So the competition was for
Choirs.
For
choirs from
Performing.
all over the place.
Anywhere.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So they were
Yeah, they were up against 10, 12 schools or
How
something
did
this
they
time
do?
around. They got first place in every category they
Again?
performed in.
Holy cow.
Again, just like last year.
Nice.
So this coming year, I believe it's Black Dominion and Virginia is the next one.
That just sounds mean. The Black Dominion.
Well, Dominion, the Old Dominion is
Old
actually the nickname for.
Yeah.
But
I know Old Dominion.
yeah.
They deliver things. I see the trucks on the road all the time. Yeah. All right. Don't try and find it.
I will mention here that finally, it's long overdue, but Corey Bruno did finally get the Grinspoon Award, which is an award given by the Grinspoon Foundation. He has more money than God, and he gives these awards every year to the best teacher, whatever, from the school systems. I think Westfield has 8 that they nominate. And it's done with the whole area. It's done for Springfield, West Springfield, Ludlow, Longmeadow, Southwick, private schools. The whole area is eligible for the Grinspoon Award, and Corey Bruno was a winner.
Outstanding. That's
Congrats,
cool.
Corey.
That's cool. And
You know, you have a cuff button there now.
Where?
Underneath.
Right underneath.
You push it. He always makes me do that after I cough.
Well, I'll remember that from now on.
I never remember.
Okay. So, and I
I don't
apologize.
remember it.
Now that everyone knows it was me.
When Pete was playing down in Florida, I installed these. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So that's why you couldn't hear me, because I probably had my knee hitting that.
There you go. No, he
But congratulations to Corey Bruno.
It
She
was long overdue,
brings
yes.
the kids just are. They have so much fun. And now she's got a concert tonight, doesn't she?
She does.
Yeah. So if
Oh,
you want to
dear Lord.
see the Westfield High School Choir, make sure you take a ride up to the Westfield High School tonight on Montgomery Road and see the show.
What time is curtain? 7?
It's usually about 7. Yeah. So-
Yeah. So maybe next year, and a lot of the kids are still going to be here next year. We got a lot of sophomores and juniors in there.
Good.
We're losing 5 seniors out of that show choir. She'll do well though. The
always
kids
does.
coming in are well. So hopefully I'll get down to film all the antics next year, because that's just a drive. You know, you 12-hour bus ride, no big deal. But I did send down a couple of cameras, and because I'm not sending down a $4,000 camera or $1,000 for the microphones, the recording is what it is. And in the middle of the interview, I put in one of their award-winning performances.
Nice.
It's not my work, all right, but I cleaned it up a little bit.
This is public access, Ken.
Yeah, you're gonna see why they won. You know, I just picked one of the performances out, and I will have a performance video coming out soon. So just about everything was covered. So when I get
thanks for your editing.
When I get a
That's
chance
kinda cool.
to edit it, you know, I'll get it out. It's not going to be like last year where you voiceovering anything, because where they gave me probably 10 gigabytes for the footage, I shot like 90 gigabytes when I went down. Yeah,
That's okay. It'll be a nice snapshot of the.
Basically, what did you do?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, and one of the kids did have a body cam on.
Good.
And I'm going to make a couple of music videos from footage from the
so
park.
You're going to get a shot of them kicking the other singers. Oh no, that was different.
That was backstage, and we didn't have any cameras for that.
Okay.
Speaking of videotaping things, we had our videographer doing taping during Robin Hood, and he had a camera backstage that was motion activated. Now, the shot is stage right where the dimmer packs are. It's a brick wall. There's a brick wall, and then there's the stage curtain. There's nothing there. You see probably Lynn pulling a chair on stage, so we know exactly what scene it was. But there's nobody in the wings. There's nobody in the wings.
Your buddy was back?
It's open, yup. It's open. There's nobody there. The camera went off because something...
I told you, that's what I've been finding at my cousin Tina's house.
I love this.
And that's why you...
That's it. I don't know what it was. It comes out of the wall. It sort of dances around. It's this very bright light.
Oh, so it's an orb.
It's not, well, I know you said they don't have to be round. It's not round like you're used to seeing orbs. It flits around. The only way I can describe it is it maybe looks like a feathery caterpillar. I don't know.
Did you show it to Rob? Goff?
No, I haven't seen Rob, but it goes around and then it heads towards the back wall and then it literally zooms down the stairs.
That's your ghost in the basement.
And that's why we have ghost lights in theater.
That's your ghost in the basement. That's the one he kept telling you about.
I have no idea.
All right, guys, I got to get out of here. Now I want to stay and I want to talk about the ghosts in the theater. It's a ghost or a spirit or an entity or a former actor or actress.
Well, there was nothing there before the Westfield Women's Club was built. The building next door, the Medical Arts Center, was the home of the Honorable William Bates, who was a state senator, and it was his front lawn.
Oh, in the Bates Motel. That was...
No, Jay. You've been here too long. Get out. No. It's the front of their building that faces the women's club. Yeah. If you notice, that's where the pillars are. Because that's their front door. The door that you see on Pleasant Street, that's their back door.
Okay.
That's the servants' entrance. So anyway, there was nothing there until 1927 when we built the building. So who knows? Supposedly, according to the medium they brought in, there are two spirits, Jonathan and Caroline. Caroline died this is their story, not mine. I have no clue. Supposedly, she died in childbirth or shortly after. It was a very unexpected pregnancy.
What? We know how that happens now.
And then there was a man, Jonathan. He doesn't like it when we're in the building, so he kind of hides.
All right.
I don't know.
All right.
I don't know.
It's worth visiting the women's club just to find out more about these stories.
Yeah. Well, I will tell you this much. When we were setting up for the rummage sale, they set everything out on the table, and they came back the next day, and things had been moved.
Poltergeist.
You've got mail.
I don't know. Can't tell you. Maybe they're the ones that wrecked the lift.
You moved the cemetery, but you didn't move the bodies.
There you go.
Okay. All right, everybody.
Bye, Jay.
We'll talk to you later.
Yeah,
with that.
Jay, I want to go with you.
He's retired now. He has to go out and learn how to drive a Corvette.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Bye,
Okay,
Jay. Tell your wife we send our sympathy. We send our regards.
Most people do.
Okay. Bye, honey. Oh, I called him honey. I can't do that. Oh, no.
You see, I was going to say something about the whole actor-actress thing, because we can't
right.
even say that anymore, can we? They're all actors, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we can't. No, can you kid anymore? That's so awful.
Now, how is... Okay, so
That's serious.
there's no such thing as actor or actress anymore. How come
I
the
say
actresses...
actor and actress.
How come they have to be known now as the masculine form of the word?
I still say actress. I'm sorry.
Really?
Yes. Why not? I didn't know I wasn't allowed to.
And according to Hollywood, it's just actor.
Acting person? Do we have to call them an acting person?
Like a birth person?
Just actor.
Birth person.
A birth person? Is that the word now?
No, I refer to my children as my biological entity that I created.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I call them.
I was referred to as spawn.
Probably not a bad thing.
Evil, good, evil
Mm-hmm.
spawn. You're an evil spawn.
So,
Yes? What, did you ever say why we are here? Did you say what this show is?
yeah.
How did I miss
Yeah,
that?
we're... Oh, you're talking about the crap show that's going on now? Ken's Den?
Yes!
Oh, yeah. Everyone knows by now.
Oh, you never know. We could be up to 27 or 28 instead of just 24. You
Doubt
never know what's out there. Someone might have rolled over on the remote by mistake. You never can tell.
Oh, boy.
That could happen. I've had my cat step on the remote, and all of a sudden the TV goes on. I have no
You sure that
idea
was
why.
your cat?
Pretty sure.
Because I've had a device
That just goes on?
twice that goes on in the middle of the night at my place now.
Yeah, but that's your house.
Yeah,
I
and...
know about your house.
Yeah,
I'm not going in your house.
it's been a few years since Bobby was over. So he's going to come over in June, and we're going to talk with Chester a little more.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, activity has come up a little bit, so he's starting to get a little
there's
bored.
no doubt that these things happen. Why they happen, I don't know. I don't have.
And
any-
I never believed, I don't even believe the dowsing rods, because I think deep down, okay, there's ways of manipulating them, all right? I'm not saying Bobby does,
I know.
but
I
I'm
know.
saying there is a way you can, okay? I just never believed any of this, Jazz, until I walked into my living room and smelt someone having a cigarette. Because my tenant upstairs asked me
I've
several
had that
times.
happen.
I'm like, I haven't noticed it. And then I happened to, COVID came around, I'm starting to use my living room now.
Right.
I'm like, okay, that came out of the blue. I look outside, no one walked by the house. And I got brand new windows, so the place is sealed. That's when I figured, okay, well, maybe there's something there. I still don't believe in a heaven and being nice or you're gonna be eternally damned. I don't.
That explains a lot.
I don't subscribe to any of that. I'm still I'm not agnostic, but I am. I'm not atheist, but I'm agnostic. Okay, I need the scientific proof. I mean, I want to.
I've seen things happen, but I don't know that they're not natural occurrences. I don't
Right.
know that. They seem like they're not. But I have heard voices. Oh, wait a minute. Should I say that? Well, anyway, I've heard voices. I've seen things, but I don't know there's not an explanation.
Correct.
There could be. Peter, what about you?
Seen apparitions?
Yeah, have you ever?
Oh, yeah. Out in Munson Memorial Hall, I saw a lady sitting up in the balcony, and I thought it was one of the daughters of the American Revolution, and it turns out they said her name was like Claire or something. Been well known in the building. Apparently was a daughter of the American Revolution, and occasionally visits the DAR hall upstairs.
That's
But
odd.
I walked by that apparition was there for at least 20 minutes, because I walked by twice setting up a select board meeting in the upstairs, because our office was in the downstairs, and I was bringing stuff up for microphones and stuff, and that apparition was up there a couple times, and I waved. Nothing waved back, but the eyes were tracking me across the floor of the hall.
That's very odd. And where was this again?
Munson.
Did you get slimed?
Nope.
Oh, you are incorrigible today. You are incorrigible. So, listen, how long are you going to be here this time? Are you off again soon?
I'm opening up my pool in another week or so that means I'm in town for a while.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed that we get some good weather. We're already getting too much rain.
I know.
It just won't
And
stop.
they're calling for a colder, rainy summer, which we had last year. August, I really didn't use the pool much.
I hardly sat out on my deck. I have 2 decks, and one deck is on the brook side, and I love sitting out by the brook, but it's been so wet and so rainy. By the time you can get out there, everything's still soaked, so you can't do that. And then we're trying to hay. That's always interesting, trying to hay in this kind of weather, because you get 1 or 2 days of sun, everybody's got hay down, and then it gets rainy. So then you have to go and ted it all over again and start from scratch. If you wait too long, it turns black. It's not fun. It is not fun at all. So you have the choir coming.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Black hay.
You have the choir video coming in at 9. What's that?
9:05.
Anything next week?
Next week, Chef John Slattery, supposedly.
Oh my goodness gracious, we haven't seen him.
He's back from Europe.
Yeah.
He's been touring. What is it they call it? The Grand Tour?
No, I think he's been on a contract over there.
But that's what they call it. When the rich people graduated from whatever school they were in, they didn't go to work. You don't go
I wouldn't know about any of that.
It's called the Grand Tour. And they would spend like months and months and months touring Europe.
Is that what Jeremy and...
Yeah, that's what the show's kind of about, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was the title of it, right?
The Grand Tour.
The American one?
Yeah. Well, the
Amazon one, yeah.
Grand Tour, yeah.
Oh, I don't know. It's on Amazon?
Yeah, it's the guys from Top Gear. When they all got fired by the BBC, the Amazon, they were so huge, Amazon picked them up, and the show was called The Grand Tour.
Oh.
And nothing's been right in the world since. The 3 or 4 different renditions of...
the show's now canceled.
Top Gear, yeah.
It's gone.
I mean, they...
Top Gear got canceled?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, they kept trying different hosts and different personalities on it, and it just wasn't jiving with people.
Huh. I didn't watch it. I caught it maybe a few times, but I didn't watch it.
Well, it was kind of like American Chopper. It was more about the people than the chopper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was more about the people than the motorcycle.
You always have a wacky motored guy. You have a performance guy. But what they didn't have in any rendition of Top Gear after the original crew, they didn't have an a-hole like Jeremy.
Yeah.
All right? They didn't have that element, and that's what made that program.
I think that's true, though, Peter, with changing hosts. I think with American Pickers... they replaced Frank. He got ill, and then something happened, and they're very hush-hush about what.
They had a falling out.
And they've replaced him with several different formats, but it just doesn't seem to. They don't seem to be gelling together.
No, when American Chopper was just about the dad, it was boring. When Junior left, there wasn't the dynamic, and
there's no arguing and bickering.
That's what all these reality shows don't understand. It's not about the topic. It's about the people involved in the topic.
I think they do understand that. It's just hard to replace it. It's hard to recreate those kinds of relationships. You can't...
Because the original American Chopper was supposed to be about a guy in New Hampshire that was building bikes out of his barn.
Right.
And that was the original show. And they were like, it's kind of boring. And then they found this father-son in New York State, and they were like, we got something here. And that's why it was so successful. For so long. It was, 7 seasons?
When they lost Dad on Pawn Stars. Yeah, that changed the show.
Yeah, that was different, too. Well, the old man.
Yeah, the old man, yeah.
The old man, yeah, that kind of changed. It was okay.
They even tried going on the road and changing things up, but it...
They did, and I think that's maybe a show that's just...
Done
its time. Yeah, it's done.
Like Storage Wars.
And if you believe the media,
that was a flash in the pan.
Which I don't know. I don't know if I believe the media or not. But they said that they've tried to get out of the show for a while because they said it's ruined their business. They're not doing any business. They're just doing people sightseeing
Right.
that want to come in and just be there when it happens. Be there in the room. But
Oh, come on. I know where that shop is. I've driven by it often. It's in a prime location for people just to come in and walk around and kick tires. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not in a business district. It's a block or two away from the goddamn arts district over there, for Christ's sake.
well, they said they want to go back to just being a porn, selling used items.
You know, and the location isn't all that bad if you want to consider everything in general, because you're a couple blocks away from City Hall over there. And then going the other direction is the Little White Chapel. So you can go to City Hall, get a marriage license, pawn something at the shop, and then walk over and get married.
Go and get married. Don't you do that while we're not looking. Don't you do that while you're there.
I've been there, but I haven't actually
Good to know.
had anything officiated.
Good to know. What is the year-round weather there?
Oh, it's wide. I've been there when it was below freezing and when it's 118 degrees.
Yeah. I was there in December, and it was really cold.
Yeah. The first time he goes during the winter. I mean,
well, because that's when my
it
brother wanted
happened.
to go.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
When I was there a few weeks ago, it was averaging 85, and that was the beginning of May. End of April.
I always think of Vegas as being hot,
Yeah.
but it's not, huh?
No,
It can be.
July and August night might not get below 90. But it's a dry heat.
Okay, yes, that's what they always say. But it's
I don't sweat when I'm out there. I've been out at the pool, 110 degrees, not a single drop of sweat coming off of me.
and it doesn't bother you to be out in that weather?
No.
No. Give me air conditioning. Oops, bug flying around here. Gotta watch those bugs. Bug season, tick season.
Wabbit season.
Tick season. I came home with 2 ticks on me the other day.
You're kidding me.
No, I was
It's
actually
showing you love. It's not. It's only coming after you.
because I'm sweet.
Hmm.
Yeah. Just kidding. Yes, it's tick season. It's bug season. I heard.
There's 2 of them.
I'm not touching that one.
Oh, okay. I see what I just did there. And I did that too.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Oh
Well,
man.
I only see one.
I saw.
And then there was speaking of bugs and weather and stuff.
Wax on, wax off.
There was a snake bite at the base of Jacoa Mountain.
And that is exactly why I don't go in the woods.
Rattlesnake bite. And we never heard any more about how whoever it was that was bit, how they did. I'd like to know how they did. It has landed. Oh, you're right. There is 2. Oh, there is 2.
You doubted me?
Which means there's more than 2. Okay. I would never doubt you. Is it still flying around? Oh, there it is.
Yeah, there's one right above you right now too.
There's more than 2. And that looks like is that the kind of fly you find around fruit?
Is that the type of fly you find around cats?
No. Cats don't have flies. They have fleas. My cats don't have fleas. They don't go out. God forbid they should be out in the real world. They have to lay on the pillow.
Yeah, I'm never gonna get it. I'm not fast enough.
All right, I'm just going to ignore it and pretend I don't see it. So we have Chef John coming in next week.
According to him.
Okay. Is he back here for good now, or is
No, he's gonna be going back. He's
off
here for a couple of weeks.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
that's
I actually
be nice to see.
I was sitting in a nightclub in Vegas, and it was I went in when there wasn't a covered charge or anything, so it was dead. So I'm trolling the phone, and John had just put a post up. I'm like, okay, so I'm 4 hours minus Eastern, and he's 5 hours plus Eastern. So,
oh, jeez.
and I'm like, okay, so he's starting his day off now. So I just start texting with him, and we're texting for 45 minutes at least. And come to find out, I was able to get him to commit to coming on next week. It's been a while since we had him on. Been a while since he's been in this country.
I haven't seen him in forever. All I do is see him on social media. That's it.
Yeah, I'm doubting he's going to remember, so I'm going to text him this weekend to say, hey, don't forget.
Okay. And I will not be here in July.
July and August, right?
No, just part of August.
Oh, okay.
I'll be,
You'll be coming back when I'm leaving.
I think I'm going to name this fly and take it home with me. It's gotten very friendly, very intimate. Flies are very intimate. I do not like flies. I do not like bugs. I don't know why, because I've always lived in the woods, but oh well. I've always lived where there's bugs and flies and woods and critters. Had a bobcat in the yard. I can see why people think they're looking at mountain lions, because it was very large. It did have a tail, not a long tail, but they do have tails. I know. Now we're going to see it all the time. Now it's going to drive us crazy. It's like that itch you can't get in the middle of the night.
Well, my angle coming at you right now, we don't see it through the magic of television, but I've got the green screen behind you. So if there's anything around you at all, I pick up on it.
Oh, it does? Does it interfere with the screen?
No, but I see it against the green. I see the black dot.
I can't see it.
No.
All right. I'm going to watch for it, see what happens. Ta-da!
No, you're not gonna see it on the chroma.
Okay. Okay. I'll just sit here and pretend I don't know it's there.
No, you're not gonna be able to do that.
I know.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah. So I may have mentioned in the past now and then, older Polacks similar to my father can be a pack rat, and they'll just accumulate things.
Anybody older can be a pack rat. Yeah. Anybody can be a pack rat.
Some are worse than others. Some build additional garages and barns just to put things.
Yes, I know.
And then you move stuff from one to the other, and then you buy more stuff. I mean...
There was an elderly couple of men, I believe they were brothers. They lived downtown. This was years and years ago. And they would, whenever anything went on sale, I know this is true because I went to their estate sale and they passed. For example, if fans were on sale, they would go out and buy 10 fans. And they would still be boxed. Mm-hmm. And when you went into the house, you couldn't get through because it was just stacked with boxes of merchandise. Bug zappers that nobody uses anymore. There were cassette decks. There was it's still boxed.
Yeah.
And so when they filled that house, they bought another house down somewhere by St. Mary's and did the same and started filling that house.
Yeah.
There's got to be some kind of a neurological thing going on when people do that.
Perhaps, but my father's parents were they're young and just learning how to adult in the Depression.
Yeah.
So I think, and then naturally, as my father was growing up, he was around that mentality. If it's a deal, you might need it, you might use it. You can't get rid of this because you might.
You might.
And I have 5 or 6 boxes of cables at home. I'm like, I'm not going to get rid of this cable because I might need it. Well, 5 years later, when I need it, I'm like, where the hell did I put that cable?
I know.
I have
We all
one.
do that.
And an hour later, I can't find it. I'll just buy another one.
I've done that. I've done that with a cord. Mm-hmm. I knew I had the cord somewhere. Yeah. Bought the new one on Amazon. Got it home. In fact, it was for the projector you gave me. Mm-hmm. Got it home.
Yep.
Don't I find the cord?
Right. You find the cord when you're not looking for it.
I swear they think...
No, right after you bought the new one.
Yeah.
Or that, too, yeah.
I swear they have their own sense of humor. They're hiding in the corner going, ha, 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 ha. They're going to buy a new one. And then out they come, and there they are.
Is camera 3 trained on me right now, Pete?
No.
All right. Or is that 1? Which one's in the middle now? I can't see the number. Is that 2 or 3 in the middle?
2.
Okay, is 2 trained on me?
Sort of.
All right. You might need it.
Oh, dear. Now
So
what
I bring all that up.
saw that.
So, my father's like, I'm going to try to start to go through things.
Oh, gee.
And it's not the big piles. It's not the stuff in the way. It's digging in a drawer, just looking for, I don't think I'm ever going to need that. But you know what? My boy is into computers and into electronics.
Okay.
And I know he does that interweb thing. So I'm pretty sure he would love to use a free 2 months AOL disk.
I remember those.
Here, can you use it? So it's a metal tin. Come back for 2 months free. So apparently he was already on AOL and they wanted him back. And this is when you used to pay for dial-up. Perfect timing.
Yes.
Great timing, Peter. So if you open it up, there's actually a referral so that you can give your friends.
Could I have that, please?
Yeah. Matter of fact, the referral fee or the referral code 7J7500-1990 Waltz-course.
Let me see that.
You've got mail.
And then there's your invite for coming back to AOL, and then there's a shiny
A disc.
and look at that, not a single scratch or fingerprint on it.
Explain to people what that is, please. People don't even use
It's a
those
CD-ROM.
anymore. They don't
And,
even use those anymore.
It's a thing that looks like a Blu-ray that you used to put into your computer and it had software on it. So here, I don't want to throw it out, my son, but perhaps you can use this AOL CD.
Throw it out.
I've thrown that.
I collect tin cases. I just, at this point, the dial-up AOL, it's probably 25 years old. I should, you know what? It's
you're
ruined.
right.
It's ruined because it's printed on the back with the address. It's not a label. It's printed right onto it. It's ruined.
Yeah.
It's ruined.
It has to be
Ruined.
ruined.
It's ruined.
Ruined.
This evening is ruined. Look, wait, what? This evening is ruined. The whole evening is ruined. Why are you saying it like that? Saying what? I'm just pointing out the party's ruined. You know what? I'm not going to get sucked into this.
But if you say ruined.
Okay, just so I'm sure. Really? Are you just trying to piss me off, or is that really how you say that? What are you talking about? I'm talking about this ruined evening. That's not how you say ruined. What? Ruined? What do you call the remains of ancient Greek structures? Ruins. And how would you describe this evening? Well, ruined, of course. This evening is ruined. Say ruined. 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 Dumbass. Oh, Brian, don't be cruel.
If you say ruined, why don't we say fruit?
Don't get me into the whole root route thing.
Yeah, it's Gallagher all over again.
Yeah. Yeah, oh, look at that. Now, no credit card required.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Special.
Yeah, but it's ruined because it now has a name and address printed on the back of it.
Throw it out.
God, who
Throw it
the
out.
hell
Throw it out.
cares?
Throw it out. The things we saved, we do. People tend to save a lot of cords, old power cords, and sometimes we don't even know where they are. The other thing I find a lot is battery covers for something. I don't know what it goes
Remote
to.
controls for things that you've thrown out.
I have no idea. I still have remote controls that I don't know what they go to.
Yep.
Oh, I have a question for you. Both of you, help me,
What?
please. What is my TV? Is it a Sony? It keeps saying that it needs to be updated. And then it says restart now. Mm-hmm. I don't know what to do.
You stream on your TV, right? You go to service and you watch things on the interweb.
I have Comcast and I have a couple streaming.
Okay, good. And you're streaming it right through your TV.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So your TV's already online, and it's been forced a patch, if you would, to update the firmware. And you need to go into the menu and update firmware in order to get rid of that nag notice.
I can't find it.
It's in there somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know where. I kept looking. I'll keep trying.
They hide it really well because they don't want you messing around with that unless you absolutely need to do it. And it's probably a security update because your television may have a camera on it, and for all you know, some company in China is probably watching what you're doing on your couch right now, and they need to stop that.
They're watching me pet the cat.
Yeah.
That,
Is that a euphemism? Oh, no. No, did I just do that?
okay. Moving right along now. Thank you for your technical information. I'll keep looking. Is the menu? All right, I'm going to ask you this.
This is Cock and Locker.
Keep it up. Do I go in on the remote for the TV or the remote for
TV
cards?
remote.
Yeah, TV remote.
All right. I'll look. See if because it keeps.
And if you have a
telling me-
vertical menu, it's probably in the last option.
All right, I'll look. And if I wreck it, I'm calling you. Come up and help me. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know. It just keeps, and I've never seen it do that before, and I've had that gosh darn TV forever, but who knows? That reminds me, did you still want my extra one? I asked you that once before.
Did you?
Yes, I have a flat TV. It's not a smart TV, but you said yes, you could use it for a monitor.
Okay.
Or something. Did you still want it?
If not, I can find a use for it.
All right.
I can keep it out of the landfill.
All right, I'll just leave it on your porch.
Okay.
That's easier than dragging it here and then you drag it home.
Okay, yeah, that would work.
Okay, I have like 3 TVs that are not hooked up.
I have like 3 in one room that
I
are hooked
know
up.
you do. That's hilarious. And I know people with TVs in every room. Honestly, I don't watch that much TV.
Yeah, I don't. I have a TV in some rooms, but I don't watch a lot of TV anymore either.
Yeah, I use my tablet a lot for TV.
Okay, boomer.
Well,
Actually, no, that's a millennial thing. Yeah, most boomers haven't adapted to using a tablet or a phone device for watching their TV now. Hey, look at the time. It's
thank God.
3, 2, 1. It's 9 o'clock on the nose.
Thank God.
And we have time to run our top of the hour and then get right into the video that I shot yesterday up at the core room at the high school with Corey Bruno and the Westfield, Mass. award-winning 2 times in a row. And hopefully next year I'll be able to record them doing a hat trick with the award-winning show choir and their post-competition interview.
Burn down the store, take what you want and more. Shop until you drop, voodoo consumer never stop. Load up on supplies, no sale, no compromise. Gun crazy down the mall, voodoo consumer take it all. Eat this, drink this, try this, charge it, it's fabulous. Step right up and take it, it's fabulous. If you can't afford it, fake it. Be deviously dangerous, ridiculously cool. Let's make it fabulous. 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 Drive me to the bank, kneel down and give me thanks. Grab your credit card, voodoo consumer, kiss me hard. Eat this, drink this, drive this, charge it, it's fabulous. Step right up and take it, it's fabulous. If you can't afford it, fake it. Be deviously dangerous, ridiculously cool. Let's make it fabulous. Take it all too far. Sell the company car. A bargain come too late. Voodoo consumer terminate. Eat this, drink this, try this, buy this, wear this, ride take it, it's fabulous. If you can't afford it, fake it. Be deviously dangerous, ridiculously marvelous, meticulously treacherous, disarduously cruel. Just make it fabulous. 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 Fabulous.
So last year, I followed the choir down to Pennsylvania, was it? Was it Pennsylvania or Virginia? Last year? Virginia. And they won a bunch of trophies, and I wasn't able to make it this year. We'll talk about next year, okay? But they apparently did the same thing. So they just got in last night via an aircraft from MCL, I believe, which would be the Orlando airport.
Yes.
What happened? What did you guys do this weekend?
I went to speak and nothing came out. We had a great time. We went to Florida. We performed at a local high school, and I wish I had the word in front of me because I can't say it without it in front of me.
Oh, the high.
The high school. It was named after a Native American. Tohopekaloga. Tohopekaloga?
Something like that. It was
yeah.
a really long
really,
don't mess it up.
No, I'm not gonna mess it up. But no, they were so kind. I asked them, how do you pronounce your school? And she, explained that it was a Native American name, and there's Lake Toho, which separates Kissimmee from St. Cloud, and so it was part of that. And she said it really is phonetical. You look at it and you can pronounce it. I was like, well, that's easy if you're looking at it.
It's not like Stomsky.
No, or Westfield.
Which, by the way, that's pronounced toboggan.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, apparently
they're too young to get that one.
The young lady could not pronounce Corey. And she asked me 3 times how to say my first name. So.
What? I'm confused.
No, it's true. I know, I was confused too. I was like, it's Corey.
It's Corey, right?
Really? Yeah. I was like, Corey.
Corey-I?
Yeah, I don't know. So I think it's a different K if it's a C or a K. The Corey versus Corey.
Well, sorry, I know Corey's about the K and a C, and it sounds the same to me.
Sounds the same to me too. So we went down. The high school was wonderful. They were great hosts. We performed in 5 categories. We performed in concert choir, which was the full. We took 15 kids down. So all 15 kids performed with the concert choir. Then we had our women's choir, men's choir, a cappella choir, and the show choir. And do you want to hear the results? I mean,
are we looking at the results?
They speak for themselves. So
are these all first place?
They are all first place.
Wow.
All first place, and the center one is the overall highest scoring school.
All right. I want to get to that one last.
Okay.
All right. So in no particular order, let's go over the performance of each choir.
Okay. Well, particular order. We started with the concert choir.
Okay.
We did. It was wonderful. They were so laid back when we got there. We usually go into, was it the chorus room? It was the chorus room to warm up while I registered everybody. And we usually do a 20 to 25 minute warm up. And then they bring us onto the stage, and there's usually a warm-up song because every venue that you sing in is going to have different acoustics. So they let us do a warm-up piece without judging so that we can get an idea what the sound is like, what the space is like.
Now, I saw a picture of that space, and it actually looked like that might have been beneficial acoustically from what I saw.
It was a beautiful space, much better than last year. Last year was kind of, it was dead.
That was tough for me to get any audio on that one.
Yes, this year the acoustics in there were beautiful, even on the stage. When we would do a cutoff, you could hear it echo.
Even that lighting looked good.
It was. Actually, it made the dresses look ombre. It was really cool.
Right.
So we got out there and we had an accompanist. My oldest daughter, Karina, accompanied us on our first adjudicated piece. So they actually let us sing it on stage so that she could try out the piano, we could hear the sound, and then we went right into it. We didn't even warm up in the warm-up room because we warmed up at the school or back at the hotel, and sang Lacrimosa, which is part of Mozart's Requiem, as our warm-up piece. And then we did Sing to Me, which Kay accompanied us. Beautiful piece. And then the last piece was Bring Me Little Water, Sylvie. And it's an a cappella piece with some body percussion. And it's really cool. We started it as a round, and then with 4 parts, and then it went into 2 parts, and then everybody came in clapping the same part together. It's always the piece that the judges say, wow, that was really cool.
Right.
So, and once again this year they loved it. So they loved the concert choir. We got a great score, mid-90s, and superior, obviously. So.
I forgot to say, phone silence. I'm silencing mine now. We're not going to edit that out.
So after concert choir, the women's choir.
Well, the concert choir now, were there any soloists at all?
In the concert choir, sort of. Whoa, whoa, right, on Sylvie and the very end. So Camille sang a little solo on Sylvie.
Might as well pass that down.
Oh.
Hey,
all right, so what'd you do during that song?
I just had some woes. And some, like, I repeated a little bit, you know.
I get woes now and then. The old woe is me.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like all I did, though.
And you're a senior this year?
I am a senior.
What did it feel like performing for the last time with the full choir?
It didn't hit me until the plane. I was like, wow, that was my last comp ever. That's sad. And then I shed a tear, but then I was like, nah, I still got a performance to go. So we said, performance tomorrow night. Be there, be square.
Well, maybe a few years down the road, you could be like your older sister and, you know, maybe chaperone.
Oh, 100%.
100%. You've already thought of that, huh?
Oh, yeah. I'm coming back.
Yep.
Super senior.
Yeah, saw that coming, right?
Yeah, we had a good portion of the Bruno clan there.
Oh yeah.
We had alum and we had future Brunos there. Little Kylie Rose is 13 months and her first comp. So we're hoping that by the time she hits 14, it'll be her 14th comp.
Are we still going to be in the school system then?
I plan on it.
All right.
Dinosaur, Mamasaurus.
Yes, they call me a dinosaur.
Does this actually work?
Oh yeah, I heard everything. You thought you whispered it, but it came through.
Dinosaur.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
You take that away from her, please. So what's next?
Oh,
Next one, women's choir. Women's choir went on next. We did not have to sing a warm-up piece because they've already felt the space. They know where they are. So the women's choir sang a beautiful piece called In Remembrance. And not to put a damper on things, but it really is a song about not mourning a loved one's death, but to celebrate because they are still with us. And, you know, when I think of it like that, it's really deep. And the judges just could not stop talking about the beautiful tone quality that the women had. And it it nailed it home.
Now, are the judges familiar with all these pieces, or are they
Not
hearing them?
necessarily.
Okay.
Sylvie, I just kind of assume that a lot of people know Sylvie because I've heard it in a lot of different circles and performed it with a lot of different groups. This year, our judges had never heard it, and they loved it. They thought it was a really cool piece to do. So
The content of the song, do you think that comes into play while they're judging?
So the content of the piece needs to be, we need to convey that. So it's sometimes you don't always get the words, and they did want to hear a little bit more diction, so a little more pronunciation, but in that particular venue, it was very live. So some of those consonants got eaten up in the sound. The vowels came out beautiful, but the intent of the piece came across in the voices. And they do catch that, and that needs to happen. So every song that we have sung, they know the gist of what they need to convey to their audience.
That's the magic.
That's the magic. And that song was magic. So, and then we went from that one into a gospel tune called Praise His Holy Name. And that was, I mean, we're talking two different ends of the spectrum, and it was awesome. Amen.
Now the gospel, did you have a backing track for that?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So just gospel piano.
When I finally
Really
go
cool.
through all the footage that some of you folks got from me, I want to check that one out.
Yeah.
Because I appreciate a real good gospel performance.
It's a great piece. So.
Just don't listen to the end part where my voice cracks.
What did you say, Lainey?
I said, don't listen to the end part where my voice cracks.
Your voice sounds the same last year
Yeah.
as the same this year as last year.
Lainey Mo got a little excited at the award ceremony for Miss Bruno, and it was her birthday.
Yeah.
What? There were two Bruno birthdays then this time?
Two Bruno birthdays this weekend, that's right. So mine was Saturday, and we competed on Saturday and had the awards ceremony. And it was really cool. Their school sang happy birthday to me, but I gotta say, choir, nobody beats you singing happy birthday.
Could you hear us?
It
over
rocked.
All of them? They weren't even in time.
And then the entire festival sang happy birthday while we were doing
I can
the
attest to
awards.
what you said because I've had them sing to me before.
I love it. It's lovely. And yesterday was Tony's birthday, so he's a little bummed that we were traveling on his birthday, but we got to go to an amusement park. We got to, well, not really be without kids, but I mean, you get the idea. So,
all right. I want to make sure we talk about the amusement park.
Oh yes.
So don't let me forget about
all right,
that.
so we'll just kind of cruise through this part. So men's choir did two great pieces. Last year we kept it a little more on the pop side, and this year we decided to go a little bit heavier because we're developing their voices. And I think one of the most amazing things about having a high school choir is having young men who want to sing and they want to be good. And I think that you are highly respected for that. Sorry. My phone was over there.
That's
There you go.
Miss Bruno's phone this
Sorry.
time. Oh, God.
But we had two male judges. I shut it off on my Fitbit. We had two male judges, and we have discovered through our experience, men are going to score the men harder. Women will score women harder.
You said that last year.
I did, and it held true last year, and it held true this year. So they were a little harder on judging the men, but we did basically two folk songs this year, so a little bit more on the classical side. And I gotta say, they killed it. You know, for everything that you have learned, you nailed it, and you did really good, despite the fact of colds, pulled wisdom teeth, screaming in the park. It all worked out okay.
Now, men's choir this year, you don't have Shane. I can't even get down that low.
I know.
How do you work around that?
This was definitely a big year for change without Shane. Like, for 2 years, he was such a dominant force, and him graduating was really just out with the old, in with the new, because that's a completely different generation. Because now we had this year without Shane with this group of guys, and we're also we're not losing anyone this year in the men's section, so we get a whole nother year of development with this crew. So we're really taking what he left and building off of that. So this year is really tough in that transition, but we're able to build off of what he left behind. Now that with this experience without him, we see what we have so far and what we still need to do.
All right. So you don't need a deep, deep bass for a men's choir.
We don't have to have one, no.
But we sure do.
No.
We brought in our favorite band kid into choir.
Okay. All right. He's probably busy next door right now.
Actually, he's busy right behind you.
Right, yeah, he's busy right behind you.
There he is. Hello, Kevin.
So we brought him in, completely new to singing, and
okay, so he was your low end.
Yeah.
For this.
This year,
Wow.
he got introduced to singing, and we realized that he could just walk down the scale in just reaching that depth. So he's really.
I'm glad he was able to go down, because I know 2 different groups here in this school had getaways this past weekend, and I know for one of them it's difficult deciding between, say, band and choir for some things.
Well, I feel like we went to Florida, so makes it a pretty easy decision.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, I'll give you that. Anyone else want to add to the men's choir?
Oh, I think one more thing that I'd like to add is...
No, forget about it. You're done.
Yeah, you don't have to be talking.
Go ahead.
I feel like it should be really important to note. Our men's choir is small. We only had 5 guys on a 3-part piece with multiple divisions that are leaving you with, like, you might have 4 of the guys on 4 different parts for the split between the 5 guys. There may have been a point where we were in 5 different parts in octaves and other splits. So all 5 of the guys did a great job at holding their own with how much of a responsibility was on each individual. The basses did a great job at carrying that good foundation, and the guys on the upper parts, they also did a great job at really holding their own individually, because Aaron here, he was on his own singing baritone for one of the pieces, and
right on.
Really proud of this kid for holding his own on his own part completely. So, like,
what are you, Aaron, this year? Are you a sophomore?
Yes, I'm a sophomore.
Okay, yeah. So you got on right at the beginning when you were a freshman.
Yes, I did.
All right, so we got 2 more years with you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm not leaving. Miss Bruno, please don't fire me.
You're good.
Thanks.
Right. A quick question with the men's choir.
Yeah.
Accompany tracks, a cappella, mix of the 2, or?
We did accompaniment tracks. Actually, I think I recorded one of them. Shady Grove, I recorded. The other one, no, I lied. I think I recorded both of them. So it was, yeah. Because it's I can take it the way I want. Some people don't think that a pre-recorded track is acceptable. We don't have the opportunity to have an accompanist with us full time.
Right.
A lot of schools will hire an accompanist and just pay for 1 rehearsal and the performance. I think these kids need to rehearse with that accompaniment every day. And if we maintain some sort of regularity with the accompaniment, they're going to be more comfortable with the music. And just because it's a pre-recorded track doesn't mean that we can't play with it. It's recorded on a piano in parts, so if I decide, oh, we need a little bit more time there, we can slow that part down. We can speed it up. We can change, so we can change the tempo, we can change the dynamics. And then we add their voices to it. And I think also not worrying about, what if our accompanist screws up? What if our accompanist gets sick? What if? Yes, we do have what ifs with technology, but I try to always make sure that we always have a backup to a backup to a backup. So,
like me, I get the OCD with that, but I also get what you're talking about with the tracks, because I made a living off of karaoke 25 years ago, and it got to the point where, you know, you have a dozen different manufacturers of these tracks. Each arrangement is a little different. So now when you go to select a song you want to perform, oh geez, I want to make sure I get the one from that manufacturer, because it might be just a little bit different.
Right.
And that does make a difference.
yeah, and you know, we can play. There's things on the computer. We can change the key. We can do all kinds of cool things. So the men were great. And I mean, you heard it from them. They want to take this experience and make it that much better next year.
I hope I'm there then. I
Yeah.
want to see that. All right, so that was 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Acapella choir did I'm Still Standing by Elton John.
Elton, okay.
Really cool. And we did do a warm-up because to be able to be in that space without any sort of music accompaniment. So we did that as a warm-up. Then we did Pat Benatar's Heartbreaker. We had a couple of solos. We had Camille, Lainey. Nope. Camille Campbell, sorry. I was looking at you, pointing. Annabelle, did you sing? Lainey, you sang? Everybody sang. Well, the girls, Shannon and Sam, all had a solo, and Kenzie had a solo too. And then we finished Heartbreaker, and then we did Take On Me. Luke beatboxed. This is our first time using...
Give us a sample. You got the mic. Go on. All right.
Actually, you want to hear just the very beginning of it?
Yeah.
I guess we're gonna.
Just do the cousin. That's
No,
it.
well, yeah, just do do with all of you. So we need the E. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Can't give it all away.
Can you tell that there was nothing coming out?
I can tell, though, I was listening to the mix because we actually have 3 microphones that pulled all that in, so it's going to sound pretty good.
Cool.
When we play back.
Okay, moving on.
Man, I'm really upset that I missed that now.
We had a
mean,
great
that
time.
goes back to our time in high school when MTV first came out. And then
creepiest
that video. Oh, my God.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, back when MTV, it's this channel that used to
videos.
play videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then we had the show choir, and the show choir did 3 pieces. They did Who Are You by The Who. That's when they walked on stage. Hit Me With Your Best Shot, One Way or Another. It was a mashup. And then Footloose, which they did at Big Spring.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So that was our lineup, and they were fantastic. So I can't say any more about them. They were good.
You put your hand up there. Did you have something to add to that, JJ?
No, I was doing my little lift.
Okay.
Your lift, yes.
Your lift. All right. So, whose competition was this the last competition for? 4 of you.
The other one's not here.
Which one?
Kenzie.
Kenzie. Okay. So she's a senior too. Right. 1, 2. Wow.
Half the show.
Half.
The bad half.
Okay.
But I see what's up and coming here. I think you're going to be okay.
Oh yeah. Every year we look in September and go, and then it all works out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we're going to be fine.
Going to have to train somebody else on how to be the or operate the soup cam.
Soup cam. I know.
The soup cam.
It'll always be the soup cam.
I think it's always going to be the soup cam. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I made my mark.
Just like in the future, in a few years from now, if I'm still alive and doing this, the body cam at the park, which we'll get into at some point, it's going to be called the JJ cam.
The JJ cam. All right.
All right. There's another trophy down here.
Yes.
All right. That big one right
This
there.
big one is given to the overall choir and overall instrumental group of the weekend, of the performance. And so as long as there are more than one group in your category, so more than one choir competing, they will hand out the big trophy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, the whole airplane thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So our biggest competitor was Lone Jack High School, and they were a formidable competitor.
Mm-hmm.
Their score came in right under ours, but we had just that little edge.
How many others were there?
8 to 10 schools.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't.
So it is a smaller comp. I mean, we would think going to Florida, who doesn't want to go to Florida and go to Universal and City Walk? There's so much to do. But I guess it's the same feeling that we have going to Six Flags. You know, it's right in our backyard. And so obviously Florida, it's a far enough distance away that you really don't want to take a bus. I believe Lone Jack is from Missouri, and they flew in also. So,
Did they? I think.
yeah,
Oh,
they
did
flew.
They fly?
Yep.
Compared in size to last year. Are
Half.
they really?
Yes, Virginia Busch Gardens is the biggest comp we do.
Okay.
And honestly, Florida's the smallest.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Hershey was
No, well, Busch is the biggest. Busch is
Hershey-
the
I think
biggest,
just 'cause the
then
family was
Hershey,
also Hershey.
then King's Dominion, then Florida is the
Mhm.
smallest.
Which is crazy to me.
I know, right? Me too, because I just think, wow.
That's probably
You
just
know,
'cause
yes,
so
it's expensive, and that's got to be the biggest pitfall is the price, but it was worth it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, 100%. The hotel was fantastic. Guest services was fantastic. The parks were great. We had a small issue with one ticket. They were amazing. Not at one point, Tony looked at one guy and says, "Obviously, this is not the happiest place on earth," but it was. They took really good care of us. City Walk, the restaurants, everybody was great, and it's all walking distance.
So you had a chance to do City Walk.
So on Thursday when we got there, we did not go to the parks on Thursday. We did the pool and City Walk. Friday was all day in the park. Saturday we competed in the morning, spent the rest of the day in the park. And then Sunday we were, I think we did a little bit of time at City Walk if your chaperones went. And then we were at the hotel, some kids bowled. I ate my way through the park, or through City Walk at least. It was really good. So.
All right. Well, during all those events, when was the actual competition?
Saturday morning, 11 o'clock.
Okay. So you didn't beat yourself up at the park and then went to compete. You were able
Well,
to compete. And
on
then beat
Friday
yourself
we
up?
did.
Before, yes.
Oh, that's the previous day.
Well, it's still you can. I
Yeah.
Mean, I still don't have a voice from Saturday.
But you know, everybody, you know, the airplane, the plane being dry, you know, we were all trying to make sure that everybody stayed hydrated. We had tea time, honey, you know, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah. Last time I was down in Florida, if I were to go out my door and throw a rock over the highway, I would have hit the place that you were staying at. So very familiar with that
hotel.
area. Actually, about twice a year in the winter, I'm in that area.
It's a
decent
great
area.
hotel. It's a great hotel.
Yeah. Did you explore that volcano at all? Or?
No, we did not go to Volcano Bay.
Okay.
So maybe the next time we'll have
Yeah.
to check out.
Because that's all really
pricing.
one whole big thing over there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So.
All right. I know last year there's this thing called Esprit de Corps.
Okay,
Did
so
that even exist
okay,
this year?
so this is a great story, and I'm telling the absolute truth. Our kids are amazing, hands down. We can take them. I can take them anywhere without a chaperone, just me, and I would, because I can trust them. And they got to the high school, and everybody was kind, and they made friends with all the high school kids, and it was just I'm so sorry. It was fantastic. So anyway, we did not win the Esprit de Corps this year. And you could see it in their faces a little bit, but they were very kind. It was a middle school who won, and cute little kids. But
yeah, they have 4 more years to do it.
So exactly. However, they won everything. Mm-hmm. They took it all, and the regional coordinator came up to me and shook my hand at the end of the ceremony, and I don't remember who was standing with me. And she said, "Can I talk to you?" I was like,
I never
okay.
liked those conversations.
I know. I thought she was going to take away our trophy. And she said, "I need to tell you that you won the Esprit de Corps." And I just looked at her, and she said, "But for the sake of other schools and making them happy, we couldn't give it to you because you won everything else." I'm so sorry. I blame you. I sat next to you on the plane.
That is true. Yeah.
Hacking away.
I think she's just dehydrated.
No, I'm not.
I think
anyway,
they should let me talk now.
Actually, Camille, you can speak.
That's turn the mic off. Turn the mic off. Is it on? It's on. Okay, so the Esprit de Corps, it was personally, I find it like really upsetting that we did not win it, because I know this entire group, and I know all the kids that we took, and I know that all of them are very respectful, very kind. Obviously, I was there. I was keeping them in check, but I didn't even need to. We became, like, I would say, friends with all the students at the high school. We were kind to all of them. We thanked them for everything because they were nice to us. We were nice to them. And then everyone at music in the parks, like all the workers, we were incredibly kind to them, and they just, well, we were kind to everyone, but they picked up our energy, and they were like, yeah, they're good kids, but we did not win it. But it's okay, because we got it.
I seem to remember you running up to the stage and grabbing that last year, though.
Yeah, but we
so you already got one.
See, we got.
We have several.
We have many.
Many.
But we got it in spirit, so it's good to know that.
But it's also nice to
noticed.
hear them say
Yes.
that you were exemplary, and they are.
See, now the type of person I am, I hear that, and now I hear, geez, everybody gets a trophy.
That's the part that kind of just.
Well, the reason is because if we mop the floor, the chance of those schools coming back to music in the
nil.
parks is slim. So they want to keep
It's
them coming
unfortunately, it's about this.
You guys, we're good with that sacrifice?
back. Oh yeah.
Oh, with not getting
Taking
a
that.
I mean, as long as we get a big
As
one.
long as
And
you got
they
the big
know-
one, right?
As long as we get a big one.
That's the one that counts.
Because they know. And I think that the community needs to know, yes, it is different. The community needs to know how the great kids that our schools produce.
Those ones have the little thingies.
Can we discuss that later? They also have ADHD.
A few folks have left for dismissal, and we're joined by hi.
Hi.
Okay, good. All right, that's the bass vocal we were talking about. All right, the park. I know you guys had a blast when we did Busch Gardens last year. What was your favorite part with the park?
Definitely Harry Potter World. Harry Potter World.
All right, and this was Universal?
Yes.
Okay, good. And let's pass it around. And
my favorite part was definitely Harry Potter World. What? No, I love E.T. So my favorite part was going on the E.T. ride. Luke got me this little E.T. plushie. I sleep with it every night now. It's my favorite thing. The whole time, I couldn't stop talking about E.T. That's all I wanted to do.
at the end of the ride, does he go home?
Yeah, E.T. went home.
Really?
Yeah, E.T. phoned home. He went home. Yeah, he said my name. He said thank you, and he said thank you to everybody that was like on the little bike, and he said my name. So
in 2024, does he just hit a Bluetooth and go, come get me now, or?
no, his planet was sick and dying, and his teacher, I forget his teacher's name, called him and was like, we need to go home. Our planet's dying. You need to save our planet. And so we, the people on the bikes, had to help him get home. And so the whole ride was traveling through E.T.
Traveling through E.T.
No. He was there. He was supposed to be on the bikes with us, but obviously he wasn't because he can't be. We were traveling through the world and space to get through his planet. To get to his planet.
All right, so is he actually in a basket in front of you?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's
All right,
sad.
only Elliot gets that.
What?
Never mind.
Never
Luke
mind.
next.
I didn't hear him.
While we were at the park, I was a big ride fiend. I had a big list. I banged through everything we had on there. Favorite ride was definitely, it's in Jurassic World. It's called Velocicoaster. Goes fast.
Oh, yeah.
That thing fast.
Yep.
And we like fast.
Right.
Oh, was it smoother than Apollo's Chariot?
Yeah.
Really?
It was really good, Miss Bruno.
So bad.
It was almost silent.
I never made it over there.
I may have gotten head trauma on it though.
There was also no lift hill. It was just a slingshot. It was really cool.
It was very cool.
Yeah.
It's like you're running with the dinosaurs.
Your ride?
My favorite ride. Favorite part of the park? I don't know. I liked walking around with everybody. That was fun.
Yeah, Devin made it around.
Oh,
with
we haven't done that
everybody.
yet. Aww.
He conducted us. But yeah, that was fun. I stuck around with Camille, and then we joined up with Mrs. Bruno later. That was fun. I didn't eat for 28 hours, but that was...
Did you eat at Green Eggs and Ham with us?
That was my fault. No, I did not eat.
Oh, okay.
No, that was on me.
Great tater tots.
I just forgot.
All right.
All right, JJ, favorite.
Mr. Body Cam.
Hey, y'all. All right. So I didn't have my body cam on the whole time, unfortunately, because they were all nitpicky. They were like, oh, no photography, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, my favorite part about the whole park was there was this little section. It was kind of tucked in a little corner. It was all Greek mythology and stuff. There was a Hades restaurant. And the one me and Lainey went to was this restaurant called Mythos. And so we go in, we ask for a table for two, and we're seated outside right next to this ginormous statue of just Poseidon holding up the
restaurant
the restaurant pretty much. And it was super cool. The food was super good. a little pricey, but obviously it's Orlando, Florida, and the big park or whatever. Super good.
It's more expensive at the Mouse House. Think of that.
At the what?
Mouse House.
Disney.
Oh, I've never been there.
Yeah.
Walt Disney has not raided my pockets yet.
Mhm.
We'll get there eventually.
Your pocket will be empty if you do that.
I am going next month though,
Mhm.
so I spent a fat penny in Orlando, Florida at the what is it? Universal, and I'm going to Disney next month. So catch me living on the streets next month.
You notice all of you have addressed me, but he was addressing the camera.
That's how you do it, right?
Not for this. I pick on you because I like you, all right?
Hey, YouTube.
Annabelle.
Yeah, I spent a lot of money too. My favorite part was the rides. There were a lot of like virtual reality rides, and I had never been on anything like that.
Mhm.
And they were really cool. I going into it, I thought that they were gonna be like kind of cheesy, but they were really cool. Like you really feel like you're in like Harry Potter. You're flying on that broom, like you're being chased by that dragon. Like it's really, it was really cool.
That's the second time I heard Harry Potter.
Third.
Mhm.
1, 2.
I did mention.
Yeah, but she retracted it.
Oh, okay.
She decided to go with E.T.
Oh, yeah. Harry Potter was definitely my favorite part.
All right, so Harry Potter is VR.
Not all of it.
No?
No.
Oh, okay.
There's a couple different Harry Potter rides.
Yeah.
So there's
So
a Harry Potter
is,
land.
Harry Potter
Yes.
is in both
There's
parks.
two
There's the
lands.
Wizarding
Yes.
World of Harry Potter in Universal
in the
Florida,
Universal, yeah.
and then
No.
in Islands of Adventure, there's a section of Hogsmeade
Yeah.
in there. So there's, two different, and the Hogwarts Express takes you between the two parks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I liked the section of Hogsmeade and seeing the castle and everything, but Diagon Alley was definitely my favorite. It was so like detailed, like you really feel like you're in like the world of Harry Potter. Everything like it's just insane the amount of detail and and the things you can buy in the stores, like it's insane.
wands.
And yes, $70 wands. I got 2 for free though. Because I bought 2 $300 gift cards.
Got 2 for $600.
So Hannah got chosen for a wand, so she actually got a limited edition wand. I think I'm going to conduct the concert. I'm going to conduct one song with my wand.
Yeah.
The map?
Is it going to be the song that we do with the kazoos, the kazoo choir? You're going to conduct with that
We
one?
should do kazoo choir tomorrow.
Kazoo choir with the one?
Can we do kazoo choir? We should do hero and kazoo.
Hero and kazoo, that would be
Let's
good.
just scratch hero. Can we not do hero?
I'd take in kazoo.
Anyway.
Okay, Miss Voice.
Lainey, favorite.
Honestly, I don't know what my favorite ride was. I definitely think my favorite section, like decoration wise, was there was this whole like comic section. I don't know, you probably know. You know Rocky and Bullwinkle and like Popeye and all that.
Why is she assuming?
Because none of them do.
I'm familiar with them. I don't worship them.
Okay, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Right. So there was this whole like land that was just like based on those types of cartoons, and that's what I grew up watching as a kid because that's what my dad like gave me for content.
We appreciated Looney Tunes and Merry Melodies.
Yeah. So like, but Rocky and Bullwinkle was like my favorite. So
Mhm.
we got to go. Me and JJ went on.
Boris and Natasha.
Yeah, literally, we went on Ripsaw Falls, which is like a
Mhm.
whole like, oh, it was so good. So that was probably one of my favorite rides. But I do have a funny story involving these silly yellow tickets. Yep. So these silly yellow tickets are single-use express passes that me and JJ got on a ride because we got stuck on a ride. So it was actually a Harry Potter ride. It was Harry Potter, the Forbidden Journey, excuse me. It was the one in the actual Hogwarts castle. And, we went, it was 7:30 Saturday night, last day in the park, after the award ceremony, right? We go on, it's a 15-minute wait, but at 15 minutes, we basically just got right on. We got on the ride, blah, 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 came back around, went back on, but then we got stuck. we were in the sphere, like virtual reality part that like Annabelle was kind of talking about, and the projection just froze, and then we just stopped, and we were sitting there for like 15 minutes, and Jenny Boyd was like texting us like, where are you guys? You know, we want to leave the park, lee 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 lee. And obviously we couldn't answer, but we got single-use express passes on our last day when the park closed.
Y'all notice how her voice improved when she had a story to tell?
It's the adrenaline.
Mm-hmm. Did these expire?
In September.
You're going to the park.
I'm not going. So I don't go to Florida in the summer.
No, yeah, we were gonna sell them for $20 a piece in City Walk, but we forgot.
All right. So planning on competing next year?
Yep, we are planning. The idea right now is to go to King's Dominion in Doswell, Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
I love King's Dominion. It has a 1/3 replica of the Eiffel Tower after you walk in on the main.
Las Vegas has a bigger one.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
But looking at the 1/3 Eiffel Tower from looking down from the observation deck,
Mhm.
people are literally little ants. And so I just can't fathom the full size because I haven't been to Paris, but it's really cool.
Yeah,
So-
I like Virginia, and this time
like
of year is
Virginia.
a good time of year to go down there.
Except last year the pool was freezing. These pools, we had a lazy river, we had a water slide, 2 pools. Well, because you bought them, so we brought 3 home. They're going to be in my pool now.
You bought them?
Yeah. Tony
Miss
went and
Bruno wouldn't
bought
share
3
her
tubes
tubes
so
with
that
us.
everybody could. They used to before COVID.
When you're going home.
Before COVID, they used
They
to, but
want
then
all
they
our
figured
money.
out a place where they could make more money.
I don't know of a cold pool in Florida.
No, I mean,
Oh,
but
it
they
was
were
literally
they
half
were
one.
Unless
nice.
it's December in Miami Beach. They don't.
True.
Yeah.
But the pool last year in Virginia was like the sinking of the Titanic.
Oh, it was so cold. For
It-
no
well,
reason.
you were there. It
Yeah,
was
that
freezing.
pool was my backyard pool, which is 50% shade here in Massachusetts. Never got as cold as that indoor pool
I think
in
my
Virginia.
pool right now is warmer than that pool was.
I've got another week to go before I open mine. You might be using it Wednesday.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, what's the word?
90 degrees possible.
No, I mean, what's the word with us coming over to swim?
His
My
pool's
place?
not big enough for you guys.
No.
Your pool is.
No. Go to her pool, not mine.
Go to her pool, not mine.
I think
You don't, my pool is boring. I have outdoor speakers and a television set.
I think we should all go and raid Zap's
How
pool.
boring!
We should go raid Zap's pool.
Yeah.
We should go. Isn't he
There's,
like
there's,
super rich?
there's snakes up there.
Ew, I don't like snakes.
You also have beavers in that pond too.
Oh, beavers are okay, but snakes?
Yeah.
He would wrangle all of them, just throw them at you.
Kenzie's not here because she got eaten by an alligator in Florida.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Very
that's
tragic.
true. That's exactly what happened.
All right. Last words, if you have any left.
It was an amazing trip. It was awesome. Yeah.
I would like to say this is probably one of the best competitions that I have experienced in this choir. I feel like we're very like close knit, I would say it's like a family, and I'm glad I was here and able to experience it with all of you. And I had a lot of fun, and it was definitely a good way to end my senior year.
I think the reason why we won all this nice hardware is because of how, like what Campbell said, we're such a close-knit family, and like us kids, we're a family, but we would be nothing without our mother, Mrs. Bruno.
She birthed us.
She did. She birthed all,
Even him.
The Mamasaurus?
15 of us, actually. Yeah.
Or 8.
But this is a sad time for not Luke, but our last comp. But we went out with a bang, so that's all that matters.
Yeah.
In a same sense that I still talk to Shane McCarthy every night, literally. I know that even though they're leaving, they're not gonna go far. You know, they're still my blood. You know, shout out Miss Bruno. And you know, I'm excited for them to come around, sing in the alumni choir. I know they're not going far, and it was honestly a really great year.
And yeah, so next year, Kings Dominion, underclassmen, you got our work cut out for us. This is a great group of seniors that is leaving us behind, but, well, not leaving us behind, they'll be back. But we got big shoes to fill, so, but the future is bright, and we know that it's going to be fun.
Does the microphone catch that?
Oh my God. Still always going to be a great time. But thank you, seniors.
And what I do want to say to the seniors here, over the past couple of years, I've enjoyed the journey, and I'll miss you. Compared to some of the kids I have down at the other school, completely different attitude about school, about life, about going out and doing things extra and being nice. I find it refreshing to either come up here or get on the road with your students.
It's easy to take the angry, cranky road.
Mm-hmm.
And when we had our little issue that we had to deal with at the park, it would be very easy to just walk in there and be cranky, but we smiled through it, and pleases and thank yous, and this woman, without a question, took care of us with no problem. But had we gone in there cranky, it wouldn't have ended the same way. So we just had an issue with a missing ticket. And because it was a group sale, it was a little bit of red tape. But they were very easy to help us. They enjoyed helping us. We enjoyed that they helped us. But it comes because we were kind. And they do have a good outlook on life. Yes, people can be crabby. People can be mean. We have the whole Karen thing. Don't be a Karen. Yeah, and I get it. We all get cranky every once in a while, but just see the best in things. And you tend to see the better side. So.
I can't think of a better way to end.
Okay, bye.
Mwah. Love you, choir.
See you next year.